Hey guys, Chris B here to talk to you a little bit about the chatterbait, and I'm going to show you how to make one. I got turned on to this bait a few years back, and if you don't throw one, you're missing out. You're missing out on a lot of fish because the chatterbait is extremely versatile. It's a great bait. You can throw it in the spring, the summer, the fall. You can throw it around logs and laydowns. You can throw it around riprap. You can throw it in open water. It's great in the grass, the hydrilla and milfoil. Chuck it into that grass, you reel it through, you rip it through when it gets hung up, and most of your hits will come as you're ripping it through that grass. It's a very versatile bait, and once you catch a few fish on it, you'll be hooked like I am. But you know, you can go down to the store and you can buy one for $6, but you can actually make them yourself for much cheaper. And you know, when you pump this thing through the water, you see it's got the skirt. This is a blue herring color. When you pump this thing through the water, this blade will vibrate back and forth, and that's actually what attracts the fish, is the vibration that they can see and they can feel and they can hear. But not only that, you throw a good trailer on the back. I've got a little 3-inch curly grub trailer on the back there, but that'll create a secondary motion in the back there that's also going to attract that fish when that tail is spinning as it's coming through the water. You can stick on a swim bait. A swim bait works great on these. A nice big fat swim bait for those bigger bites when you're looking to call out some fish. But it's just an extremely versatile fish. Versatile bait, not fish. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to make one of these real quick. And this is some of the materials here. So you just got some jig skirt material here. Got a jig head. These are a special jig head just for this. You'll see the notch here up at the front. You can hook the blade right up in there. The blades, there's several different types of blades. This is a very generic type of blade. And then of course you got the clasp here and the skirt collar. And you got the little jig making tool here. You can get all this stuff fairly cheap at, you know, Barlow's Tackle, or Jan's Net Craft. Tackle Warehouse carries this stuff. So I'm going to show you real quick how to put one of these together. And you're just going to take this collar, this jig skirt collar, roll it right up onto this little tool here. Get it on there. Take that point off. And this is just going to be like a basic bluegill kind of color that I'm doing here. Got some green with a little blue in it. A little bit of perch belly. And you got a little brown that's got some nice purple fleck in there. And you try to match that bluegill color as best you can. Or you can, you know, throw odd colors. Throw a pink one, you never know. So you get that skirt material hooked up. Try to fold it up just a little bit. And you pull it right through this tube here. You don't want to pull it all the way through, just get it through a little bit. And take this collar, fold it back down over the bait, pull it through. Now you got your skirt. You want to cut these tag ends off, both sides here. There you go. Got these tag ends cut, so now you got this nice pretty little skirt there. And take the jig head, just run it right up the middle, and you want to push this collar up over the notch there so it stays up. You don't want those fish pulling your skirt down, you know what I mean? Got it up there in place real good. Now normally I would use like a black jig head or a brown jig head. Right now all I got is white, so I'll probably just paint this black with a Sharpie marker. So you got that. You got the basics already. Take that blade, Slide it right in there. Take some pliers and you want to pinch this shut. Which can be a little difficult at times. There you go. Get that pinched down shut. And I'll get one of these little clasps out. Now these clasps are they come in different sizes, different different bulk. This one's rated for 20-pound test. This one isn't great for coming through the grass. If you want a chatterbait that's going to come through the grass, you want something more like a 30-pound, 40-pound test rated clasp. It's a little more heavy duty. This one will probably bend a little bit coming through the grass, but it's alright. Got that clasp through there. Got it right up the top. Close it up. And there you go. Got yourself a chatterbait. Now all you gotta do is throw on one of those little trailers, and you got yourself a chatterbait. Now these these baits, when you throw them, there's several different kinds of bites you're gonna get when you throw these. You got you know, when you throw it out there, you start reeling it in. You know, you can reel it in fast, you can reel it in slow. You're going to feel that blade thumping. You're going to feel it in your rod. You're going to feel thump, 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 thump. And there's several different types of bites. And one of those bites is you'll be pulling it in, it'll thump, 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 and then you'll just feel it stop thumping. You know, and it's continuing to come in, but it's not thumping. That means the fish has it in his mouth, and it is swimming at you. So when you just feel it stop thumping, you got to set the hook on. Other times they'll hit it from the side, where you'll be reeling it in, and all of a sudden you got all this slack in your line out of nowhere. So you want to reel up and set the hook as well. And then of course the other one is just the tug, where they're just trying to yank it out of your hand and run with it. But I'll tell you, the chatterbait is an excellent bait. Like I said, it's very versatile. You can throw this thing anywhere, just about any time of the year. Around cover, around heavy cover, in cover. I know there's a lot of guys that will throw it almost like a jig. They let it hit the bottom, kind of pop it a few times, let it hit the bottom, pop it a few times. So there's so many ways to fish this thing. But I'll tell you what, as soon as you catch a fish on this thing, you will be hooked, because it is just such an amazing bait. Especially if you're a power fisherman, it's just it's a great bait to use. You'll be hooked. Go make some chatterbaits, have a good time, and catch more fish.